Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Eliza at Eliza Journals. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you all some inks that my Insta friend Rob sent me. So he sent me some fountain pen inks, and of course, if you're new to my channel, my favorite color is green. So I'm going to assume that his package was very intentional because these are all green inks. I do have the package face down because I forgot to cover up the address. I forgot to cover up the address before I started the video. So I'm actually going to just unbox this. I did open it already. I didn't really unwrap anything because I wanted to do the video first. Because it is a hassle trying to like rebox the things just to show you all what I got. So I did take the plastic off, or I mean, what is this called? I took the tape off already because that just prolongs the video. I'm just gonna go ahead and flip this over because I don't want y'all to see his address. He did send me a card, which was really nice. I really like the card. It says, "We can never have enough of nature," and he just like wrote a little blurb in it, which was really nice. So thanks, Rob, for the card. And it's super nice to have Instagram friends or social media friends, put it like that, social media friends, because I just never in a million years thought that I would like develop friends in this community, whether it's journaling, stationery, fountain pen. It's just, this community is just amazing. So he was, I mean, to be honest with y'all, I'm not gonna even get on like genders, but as far as him being a man, he literally carefully wrapped this. Look how this is wrapped. Now, most of the time, y'all know men are not this conscious enough unless they work in like the fountain pen community. But still, the fact that he was a man and he look how this is packaged. Like, I thought it was just gonna be thrown in here. And I didn't even know he was gonna send all these goodies. I literally thought he was just gonna send me like some samples, and when I opened the box, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, are you serious right now? So let's just jump into it. I'm gonna take these out. So this is from Kakimori. Okay. Of course, green ink. And we're actually going to swatch these. I've never had any Kakimori ink at all. So Kakimori, this is, let's see. I think this is Linen Toolbar. Name, fountain pen ink, Ying Pao. Okay, Ying Pao, if that's how you say it. Okay, so let's see. I'm literally like, this man packaged this so good. None of it spilled out. I was very impressed. I'm very impressed, Rob. This is Colorverse. Okay. This is Colorverse Able. So this has been in the package for about 2 weeks. Because right now I have everything going to my job because our house is being reconstructed or worked on. So this is Writing Ink Forbes Field Green. Oh, this is by Birmingham Pen Co. Okay. And then these are samples, and I'm just gonna move the box. Man, I love these. Who else is an adult that loves to pop these? I'm gonna like, oh my gosh. I have loved popping these since I was a kid. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so let's just open this up and see what we have. I'm going to try to make this video simple, short, and sweet, because y'all know fountain pen ink videos can be very long. So this is Rohr and Klinger Alt Gold. Okay, that's like German or something. This is Paula Iroshizuku Chili Rin. Ferris Wheel Press Sunlit Jade. Sailor Storia Yellow Green. That's interesting. I don't have that. This is the Atramentis Heliogen Green. Y'all, I promise I could read, but y'all know when it comes to foreign names, pronunciation is a problem. Okay, so this is Kala Neon Green. Oh, that looks pretty. Private Reserve Avocado. I actually have that one, but I'll still swatch it. Octopus Green Eagle. Maybe that's the brand. Waterman Harmonious Green. Look at him sending me all the greens. Oh, I have this. Oh my gosh. Sailor Shikiori Waka Uguisu. You know what? Oh my gosh. I love this particular green. I'm gonna show y'all right now. I actually had a vial from Goulet Pens. No, I'm not sponsored. I wish I was. But no, I'm not sponsored. But as you can see, I only have like a little bit left. And I was like, man, because I'm like on a no buying ban for fountain pen inks and stationery, which I have bought some stationery, but that's another video. But I have not bought any fountain pen inks, any fountain pens this year. And I'm on some Reptines for stationery, so that's the only reason why y'all see me with like a couple new stickers. But yes, like I really wanted to get this color again, but because of my no spend for fountain pen inks, I was like, I'm not gonna get any. It's just I need to use what I have, which is true. And then to see that this is in there, so thank you, Rob. Okay, so now let's actually get into swatching the colors. I don't have a specific setup. I know a lot of the times people have like a specific setup for fountain pen inks. I don't. But I'm just gonna move these over here so I don't get these. Okay, so then this actually is a stamp holder, like my manual stamp holder, but I love it because I can put 2 vials of ink in here just like that while I'm swatching them. So the first 2 I'll swatch is the Atramentis Helio Green and the Sailor Storia Yellow Green. And I'm going to use this ink muddler from Dominant Industries. I did get this from Gold Spot Pens. So if it's still in stock, I can link it below. And I will also link other shops below that may sell this if I can find it. This is a game changer. I love it because I just have my cup of water and then you just put it in here and it just rinses all the ink off. So I absolutely love it because I don't have to use those stinky I don't have to buy, what are those? Oh my gosh, it just slipped my brain. Those cotton swabs, cotton swabs. I don't have to buy those anymore. So this is actually my swatch book. I just use this to play around. I'm actually in the process of continuing to swatch all my other inks because my real swatch book, my organized one, it's in storage. So I've been using this to just like swatch colors and things like that. Just play around with my inks. So as you can see, I do have them in here by brand. So, cause I just really need to know what I have. For specific brands. No, I'm not interested in buying any more ink, but if companies reach out to me and want to collaborate, I don't say no because I love fountain pen inks. And also if I have inks that you see that you like, because I am starting to do like some ink swaps with other people on Instagram. So because I really do have like a lot of ink. So like these back here are like my bottles. I mean, and it's not pretty, and I'm not trying to make it look pretty. So these are like the bottles of inks that I actually have. So I had someone reach out to me, I forgot her name, and she's like, hey, do you want to swap some inks? I'm like, sure, because I have tons of bottles, as you can see. I have tons of bottles, tons of ink in the bottles. So I'm definitely looking for some friends to swap some inks with. Inks that I actually don't have, because this is not even all the ink. These are just the bottles of ink that I actually have. Okay, so let's get into swatching. So I'm gonna swatch the samples first. So these, okay, so these are my Ferris wheel pressed. Oh, you know what? Okay, so these are my Ferris wheel pressed inks. These are my Noodler's inks. And then these are my Diamine inks. Okay, so let's see. Trying to make sure that. So as y'all can see, it's also like kind of my social media ink thing as well. So I would actually, when I swatch the inks, I'll swatch them like this so you can really see the inks, because I don't want to swatch them like really small. So those are my Conklin inks. So I can actually just, hold on, let me just skip one more page, because I'm gonna have to take pictures, of course, for social media when I post this. So I don't want them to see like that other page. Okay, so let's start with the Atramentis Heliogen Green. Oh, hold on. Okay, so I'll just write the name first, if that makes more sense. My hands are probably going to get dirty, but that's okay. So y'all gonna see my non-aesthetic video cup, but that's all right. Ooh, y'all, this is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Put that over here. That is gorgeous. Okay, that is super pretty. That is the Atramentis. The Atramentis has some really great inks. I have like a lot of the Atramentis inks, and I mean, they're amazing. So this is Sailor Stordia Yellow Green. This is definitely like a yellow green. Okay, so now we have Roar and Klinger Alt Gold Grun. Y'all, I'm bad with like these German, I think that might be German. I'm bad with these German names. I'm trying not to get too much on the nib, because if too much is on the nib, it takes a long time for it to dry. So that's one of the things you want to make sure, like, you don't get so much ink on the nib. And that's the thing with these ink muddlers. Like, even though it may not look like this, even though it might not seem like it's a lot of ink on here, trust me, it's, as you can see, it's a lot of ink that's on here. So that's a pretty color. It's like a soft sage. Like like a soft sage color. Let me put this over here. So this is Ferris Wheel Press Sunlit Jade. I am an affiliate for Ferris Wheel Press, and they have like amazing ink. So one of their trademarks really is like their shimmer. Like most of their products have shimmer in it. And I tell people all the time when they ask me for recommendations, I'm like, if you like shimmer and you go with a Ferris Wheel Press, make sure that you have a nib, or make sure you use the ink with a nib that is not going to clog, because sometimes their shimmer is hit or miss. It's like whoever is like the mixer. I don't know if I should call them chemists, but whoever is the ink mixer for Ferris Wheel Press, sometimes it's like a miss, and then they have too much shimmer versus not enough liquid in the ink, and then it clogs up like your fountain pens. So I use a lot of TWSBI Eco fountain pens, and sometimes the ink does not flow because there's too much shimmer in the ink versus liquid. But I do have a code for Ferris Wheel Press, which is Eliza, and they pretty much use the JA in front of your actual code to distinguish basically the codes. So JA is Jubilee Ambassador. And they made that change like a while ago, I think, probably a couple months ago. So if you use my code and order directly from the website, it's like 15% off, which is really good considering the shipping. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all. People, you know, a lot of people get kind of upset because the shipping can be expensive, but the 15% off like helps. That was stupid. I literally just wow. Okay, let's just put that under that, because I'm not even gonna. So Ferris Wheel Press Sunlit Jade. I don't think I have this one, and I have a couple of their inks. I don't have all their inks. I pretty much started off with a lot of samples of the Ferris Wheel Press inks, but their inks are clutch. Like, I'm telling you, like, their inks are amazing. It's like they're so pretty. So I don't know how they come up with the combinations for their inks, but they're amazing. So this is Kala Neon Green. This looks really pretty. Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna write with this one. Ooh, this is gorgeous. I absolutely love this one. And it's actually neon. This is so pretty. I love this. This is such a pretty color. Y'all cannot tell me this is not pretty. And I've never had any neon colors before, but this is really pretty. It's so great. So this is Private Reserve Avocado. This is actually a color that's like a staple for me. I actually keep this color in one of my fountain pens because I love it. And I've actually had the privilege to collaborate with Yafa brands, which is pretty much like the company that has like the other companies up under it. So like with Yafa brands, up under that company is Private Reserve Inc., I think Monteverde, Conklin, and oh my gosh, I think there's another company, but I know Monteverde, Conklin, and Private Reserve are up under this umbrella. So they sent me some inks. Well, Conklin actually reached out to me and wanted to send me some pens in collaboration, and then they basically was like, you can pick like a couple inks, and then they sent me inks, and then they sent me more than what I actually picked, which was really cool. So I love collaborating with brands, because guess what, your girl's not saying no to something that I love. And everyone knows that I love fountain pens. So if someone reaches out and, hey, you know, I want you to review this, yes. Okay, so as you can see, look at that. Like, oh my gosh, look at this. I'm gonna zoom in on this Private Reserve avocado. It's so pretty. Like, it's so darn pretty. And I wish that when I took pictures on social media, you can actually really see like what the color truly looks like. Like, half the time when that went to the back, oh well, when I post the videos, I mean, you can see the colors, but you can't see the colors like I can. Like, amazing. So this is Palette Irashizuku Chili Rin. So I have a couple of these inks as well. And I'm the type of person, I like safe inks. And safe inks for me are like earth tone colors. So like your dark greens, browns, blues. And I pretty much try to stay with like the same type of colors. So because I don't want to get colors and I'm like, ew, I don't like that color. Which is why I always recommend that you use samples. So if you can find a company that have a large sample database, like Goulet Pens. Goulet Pens has one of the largest ink sample databases I've ever seen. And I have researched and looked at a lot of websites, and Goulet Pens, I love the structure of their website. You can look at it by color, brand, size. So I love that you can filter it and sort it through various ways. So this is Octopus Green Eagle. Okay, I'll just start up here. So this is also one way that I am able to choose the bottles that I want. Like if I find myself using a sample over and over, because guess what, samples can become expensive, especially depending on the brand of, oops, went up too far. Hold on, y'all. Especially like when it comes to the brand, if it's like a really high demand brand, sometimes like Sailor, you will pay like $3 for a sample, because it's just, the brand is just like amazing. Like it's like a high quality ink. And some samples, if you get them on sale, and then some samples like on Goulet, you can actually filter like inks as if like, okay, what inks are on sale. So if I find that I'm buying like one sample 2 or 3 times, okay, it's time to get a bottle, because by the time you buy like a Sailor ink 4 times, that's literally like $15, $12, my bad. It's like $12, when really a bottle of Sailor, depending on if you get it like from Amazon or another ink retailer, it could be between like $12, $14 to like $20. So this is Sailor Shikiori Waka Uguisu. So this is actually, it's just one of my favorite colors. It reminds me of like a Colorverse ink that I have. So it's really a pretty green. Well, all of these colors are pretty, but when you pair them with like some really cute stickers, it's like really pretty. It kind of reminds me of Colorverse Walk the Dog. I think it may be just a tad bit darker than Colorverse Walk the Dog. And if you can start pairing your ink, comparing your inks, that means you're an ink freak. So this is Waterman Harmonious Green. Trying to make sure that I don't waste this because, oh my gosh. Ooh, I have literally wasted a whole vial before. But the great thing was that it was on a non-porous surface and I was able to get it up with a syringe. I just sucked it all back up. But that can also be dangerous because usually it causes contamination. Like once ink hits the surface of something, it's like, and you try to put it back into that bottle, it risks contamination, which can cause mold. And I'm not spreading misinformation. Someone schooled me on that from the Atlanta Pen Show. It was basically like, once you take an ink out of the bottle, just go ahead and rinse it out. You know how sometimes we have ink left over in our pens from like the previous week and we like, oh, I'm not wasting this ink, I'm just gonna put it back in the bottle. Yeah, I've learned to just, if I have bottles, I don't even worry about it. Now if I have samples, I just go ahead and use up everything that's in the pen. I'll just like create another like journaling spread, the color of that ink, so that I don't waste it, because I already know, like, a rule of thumb is to just not put the ink back into the bottle with like clean ink. Okay, Rob, you never use this one because this one is literally brand new, like just sitting in the pack. So this, I'm assuming the name is Linen Toolbar. I'm trying to see like okay, let's just see. Okay, yes, the name of the company is Linen Toolbar, and I'm assuming the ink name is Ying Pao. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, that is so pretty. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. Okay, so So this is more of like a teal green, I want to say, like a teal green. Because there is like some shimmer. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's like, I can't wait till that dry. It's like a yellow, like a yellowish gold. So if you can see, there's like a neon yellowish gold shimmer. Oh, that's really, really pretty. Oh, that is so gorgeous. Oh man, that is like super gorgeous. So that's Linen Toolbar Ying Pao. Okay, so this is Colorverse Able. And one thing I love about Colorverse, I love that they come in like 5 milliliter bottles. It's almost just, it's pretty much like a cute sample bottle. Like, I absolutely love that you can buy like little bottles so that you're not wasting ink or having to commit to like a whole 30 milliliter bottle of ink. Because this one is actually 65 milliliters. So this is actually a really pretty green too. I love that. Okay, so this is Birmingham Pen Co. Ford's Field Green. And this is actually my first time having an ink from Birmingham Pen Co. I see their inks a lot on social media, but I don't have any. Particularly because I'm not buying any more inks. And I swear all the inks that I have is like, once you pretty much have every color of like a brand, it's like, why do I need more inks? Okay, so this is Kakimori. This is 35 milliliter, and the name of it is Kurun. Let's see. Kurun. So, and if you speak Japanese, let me know if I'm pronouncing that right, because I know KU is K. So let me know if I'm pronouncing that right. Kurun. Because I know it's Japanese. Kakimori. And if anyone doesn't know, I absolutely love the Japanese language. If anyone doesn't know, I'm just so fascinated. And when I listen to them speak, really anyone that's Asian, and I listen to their language, like Vietnamese, Chinese, especially Japanese, I just sit and smile. Some people might think I'm like laughing at the way they're talking, but I'm laughing because I absolutely just love to hear them converse with each other. I absolutely love the language. I absolutely love Japanese. Okay, so these are the colors. So I'm really trying to wait until like these 3 dry so we can really get a good look at them. while they are dried. So I'm gonna wait about 10 minutes and then I'm gonna come back. Okay, so I am back. I tried to wait as long as I could, but because sometimes the ink, when it's too much on the muddler, sometimes it pulls to one side and it takes a lot longer to dry, which is why I try not to get as much ink on the muddler, because I don't want it to take a long time to dry. Thankfully I didn't have to flip the page because it would have probably taken a long time, because it's still actually not as dry. Like these two right here are still not as dry because it was just too much ink on it. But we're just gonna actually just review the ones that I have swatched. So the first one is the Atramentis Heliogen Green. So I'm gonna like bring this up to the light a little bit because I don't really know if you can actually see the gold shimmer that's in the ink, but it's amazing. It's so beautiful. I mean, absolutely didn't take long to dry at all. So the drying time also just depends on how much ink you have on your muddler. But even though I had a generous amount of ink, it really didn't take a long time to dry. So the drying time was actually a little bit quick. The next one is the Sailor Storia Yellow Green, which actually you do see the yellow undertones within the green. Like you probably can't see it, but I can actually see it. So I know why they call it yellow green, because you can actually see some of the dual shading of the yellow undertones in the ink. So this is Roar and Klinger Alt Gold Grun. This is a really pretty color. It just reminds me of like a muddy grass. So if you've ever seen Robert Oster's muddy watercolors, it just reminds me of like that line of inks that he has. So this one is Ferris Wheel Press Sunlit Jade. Like I said, I am an affiliate and you can find my discount code below in the description. Absolutely stunning colors. So this one reminds me more of like a lawnmower green from Tim Holtz. So if you've ever seen Tim Holtz stamping collection, that's what this color reminds me of. Such a pretty color. And it also has like that gold shimmer in it. Ferris Wheel Press does a really great job at putting shimmer in their inks and pairing the correct shimmer in their inks. Sometimes, like I said, it's hit or miss because sometimes it can clog your pen if the mixer has added too much shimmer in it. So the next one is Color Neon Green, which is a really pretty. I really love that it's not too bright. It is actually a legible neon green. So I will actually be inking this up in one of my pens probably for next week. And the next one is Private Reserve Avocado. So if you've ever eaten an avocado, it actually does look like the outside of a almost ripe avocado. So I love that they actually mimic the actual color of an avocado, which is really cool. The next one is Pilot Iroshizuku Chili Ren, which reminds me of Colorverse Walk the Dog as well. So if you've never seen that, you can Google that and kind of get like an idea of what that looks like. So the drying times for these were really quick, even though like this one dried a little bit longer because I did get too much ink for this one, but the drying time was really fast with these. So the next one is Octopus Green Eagle. So that's actually a pretty green. That's a pretty solid color. So that one has no shimmer in it. You see a little bit of dual shading to where it's light and dark in certain areas. Not too much though. So the Sailor Shikiori Waka Uguisu. So Sailor is really known for their chroma shading, their dual shading properties of their ink. So I love their inks that dual shade. So one of my favorite ink lines from Sailor is Sailor Ink Studio. Really, I love all of them, to be honest. So they have different lines. So you have the Sailor Ink Studio, then you have Sailor Shikiori, and then you have Sailor Manio, and then Sailor Yurameka. So you have different lines. But Sailor inks are so clutch. Like, I absolutely love their inks. I have over 50 of their inks. So the next one is a Waterman Harmonious Green. So that one's more of like a teal green. It's not necessarily like a true green, but It is definitely pretty, and you see a little bit of dual shading. You see some dark green undertones. Even though you see some teal, you definitely see some green over here in the pool in this ink pool right here. And then you have linen toolbar, Ying Pao. So now that it has dried, like, y'all, look at that. I don't know if y'all can actually see that, but it is amazing. Like, the color is so amazing. It has like this yellow, neon green, gold shimmer. It's so pretty. So it definitely gives me a Ferris wheel press vibe. So next you have Colorverse Able, which is a really like settle, I would say it's like a settle. I'm trying to see what color. Okay, Dancing Time. It reminds me of a more settled Dancing Time, like a more humble Dancing Time from Ferris Wheel Press. So that's a really soft green, and it's really pretty. The next one is Birmingham Pinco Forest Field Green. So now I can actually see that since it has dried, it is like a darker green. It's like a darker soft green, which is really pretty. And then this one is Kakimori Kurun. So as you can see, like some places, yeah, it's really not dry because it just came off on my hand, but this one is really pretty too. So now that it's dried, you can actually see that it really is a green. Because before I was like, that doesn't really look green, but now that it has dried, you can actually see the green properties in here. But I think that is all for today. I just wanted to get on here and show you all this is not a haul. So if you stay to the end of the video, of course you're going to put a green heart in the comments. Let me know which color was your favorite, which one you have, which one you write with the most. Let me know if you're up to do like an ink swap for some colors that I have that you don't have, and some colors you have that I don't have. So just connect with me on my social media. And if you want to see any of my book content, I actually have a separate page for all the books that I'm reading for this year, which is Eliza Bookish Vibes. So you can actually go over there and subscribe to my bookish channel if you want to see more of like some daily vlogs, bookish things, reading journals. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.